So last night we sprang a leak in our hose, which is just been absolute trouble for the past like 6 hours. Like these cheap hose clamps are just everywhere and it's holding all of our precious pipes together and everything's gotta be replaced, so fun! We found out that we have to replace all the tubing, absolutely everything has to go. Real quick, this is a caulk switch. Turns off all the water coming to the boat. The second leak sprang underneath our kitchen sink, which is awesome for me because that means that I get a replacement. That other faucet looks like it's been here since the boat was made.
It's called Ptex or Wears Bow, whatever you want to call it, for your lines, and the lines are fine. The downfall or the pitfall of my worries for you is that they've used all these damn hose clamps, and you really should use like a Wears Bow or a Ptex ring clamp. It's a secure clamp, and once you put those on there, they're done.
Future archaeologists are gonna be so confused when they dig this thing up, even if it is already old as dirt.
So a few fixings and stuff was leaking and all that jazz.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're switching the faucet lines out. So instead of having these Ptex lines go straight through the faucet via a couple of barb connectors, we're actually putting on the hoses that they normally go with, so that because those other ones would leak up on the top here. These guys now, when I hook up to the faucet, will not leak. So once I get these connected, we can turn the water back on and we're going to be Jim Dandy.
Beautiful.
I think.
Maybe. You just jinx yourself.
You'll have a little bit more line in here anyway. Alright, let's see what...
Stop, collaborate, and listen, Vanilla Ice just stole your kitchen. Ha. Yeah. So yeah, got a faucet working, and it's awesome. You can see my cat delegating as we install a new bilge pump switch, which hopefully is not going to leak water back into the boat like our other one. So we had a ball bearing before that stopped the inflow of water from outside, and we think what happened is debris kept getting into it and it kept getting jammed. But when we looked, there wasn't really any debris, so we just decided to replace the whole stupid thing. Next week we're also setting up an alarm system that sends us a text whenever our water gets to a certain height, because honestly it's not really us getting a hole and sinking when we're out in the water that's a danger. It's us being away from the boat, forgetting to turn off all water before we leave, and then, you know, all of a sudden we burst a pipe and our bilge pump just can't pump it up fast enough. So, second bilge pump installed, and then that awesome alarm.
Oh man, focus! Focus slightly, please. For the love of Jesus, maybe I go. That spider just fucking plucked that fly from the air, and it was one of the most badass things I've seen easily all month. Oh, come on, focus, you piece of shit. Oh, you piece of shit. This is why you don't record on your phone, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, yes. Look at that badass motherfucker. My cat's eating my cereal right now, I don't even fucking care. Look at that shit. Cold-blooded narcissism right there. Look how big that spider is, and look how big that fucking fly is. Oh god, you're so legit. Yeah, damn lucky! Stab it! Stab it! Stab it! Yes. No! Important things right now. I don't have any water, Lucky. I can't clean off that bowl. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. By the way. Still have no water. That was worth a share.
So most ports have facility housing, and I just want to kind of give you a tour of what they actually look like. So port facilities are eerily different, but eerily the same. Here's a bunch of storage units that usually they have the ice making machine next to your spill kit that you absolutely need. Books that you'll never read, like the worst of the worst. There's always one washer or dryer that isn't working in the facility, so that's like a thing. Also, the really creepy ironing board, and there's always a desk that has really crappy stuff like expired Xmas cards and shit you would never need. Also, movies that you would never watch. The showers are always kind of like a hit and miss. Like, here's the bathroom. Most of them are coin operated, and usually the ones that are closest to your harbor master are the warm ones, while the farther ones are the colder ones. Like, this is the women's shower, and it's definitely the coldest. Not that I go to the men's room. Anyways, and this gross tile mat.
It's like, it was like 4 a.m. with me on night watch, and we had to pull the caulk switch because one of our pipes burst. And it's the 3rd time this week. Nothing's changed. I'm gonna try the water heater. A few people are like maybe expansions, doing it from the heat because our water heater is up pretty high. But I like my hot. I just put the cup underneath the faucet, and it's already hot, and I just put my instant coffee in it with my cocoa, and it's really good. So I'll be bummed if I have to, I don't know, use a microwave, or like the peasants do, use a coffee maker thing. But the thing is, if it was the heater doing it, why is it doing it now when the whole year it just hasn't done it at all? So we shall see. The other thing is that the pipes that have burst have been clearly obvious. One underneath the sink, you know where it's coming from. One underneath my slush hole, you know where it's coming from. This one, we heard it last night. Turn off the caulk switch as soon as possible, but we honestly don't know where it is. So, when my second mate, who is my all-around handyman, gets back from land, we're going to try to figure out what it is. As I said, we've had no problems with pipes, and all of a sudden, now we got the problem. So hopefully, by tonight I'll have some sort of update. Some sort of shitty update. If any of you have ran into this, I don't know, give me a shout out. We're hooked up to, this doesn't happen when, obviously, we have our holding tank of water. We even have a holding tank for gray water, because since we are a lab, we have to contain everything. So, gray water is usually good to toss over. That's like your dishwater and stuff like that, but, sometimes it's not very good what we dump down drain, so we have another holding tank. Anyway, so it's definitely when we're hooked up to the mains. It's definitely when we have pressure from the mainland. So we shall see. No one's here, so of course that means I'm not wearing pants. So